Hey friends, welcome again to my channel. Achu Midfo Brandon here. Today I'm going to be telling you about some things I wish I knew, or something I would rather say I wish I did before traveling abroad. So if you're watching this video and you have plans of traveling abroad, I suggest you do the things I'm about to tell you in this video, because it's really going to make your life easy in whatever country you decide to travel to. So please, if you've not yet liked the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you find the information knowledgeable enough, please share with some friends, because that's really going to help my channel grow. So for those of you who don't know me, I was born and raised in a beautiful country called Cameroon, found in the central region of Africa. I was in Cameroon all my life, but a couple of years ago I moved to Dubai, and I was in Dubai for a while as well. And last year, November 2021, I moved to the United States. So in the course of all this traveling, I experienced some challenges that I wouldn't have experienced if I did the right preparation before actually traveling abroad. When I completed high school in the year 2016, I was not having the finances to go to the university. So I had this dream that I want to travel abroad. To be precisely, the USA is a country I always wanted to go to, but I do not have the money at the time. So like 3 years later, I moved to Dubai, and during my time in Dubai, it was a very bad experience for me. I was doing a job where I was working 12 hours a day. Sometimes you have to work 31 days a month. If you are lucky, some months you have like 2 days of rest. And if you want to do an overtime, we are talking about you working 36 straight hours. Yeah, 36 straight hours. And you might not believe what I'm saying, but it's actually the reality of what some people are going through in Dubai. Not just some people, I was actually a part of this. I did this for almost 2 years, and finally I got a visa to move to the USA. I was so relieved, because I know I am now moving to a wealthy country, and maybe I would instantly become some kind of a rich guy because I'll be able to work. So when I got here, I realized for you to make the money you want, you still have to put in that time. You still have to put in the work for long hours to make that money. I became a little bit frustrated because USA has always been my dream, but now I'm here. I have the opportunity to make all the money I want, but yet I'm not still making that money. All these things that were happening was not because the system of the country is bad, or the government of these countries are corrupt, but they were all my fault. I did not do the actual preparation before I traveled. I have always seen abroad like a field where the grass is always green, but what I failed to realize was that for every green field you see over there, there's actually someone that waters that field to make sure it stays green. So to avoid the challenges I faced, consider watching and doing the things I'm trying to tell you in this video, because if you do them, no matter what country you travel to, your life is going to be more easier. The question you might be asking now is, how do I prepare myself if I want to travel abroad? First, you need to start with your mind. You need to prepare your mind. You don't have to expect things to magically change once you travel abroad, but instead, you have to know that when you get there, there will be a lot of challenges, and what you should do first is spend your time getting ready to face these challenges. The second thing you need to do is acquire yourself a high-paying skill. You could exchange that skill for money. Study about this skill and get certified on that skill. And when getting certified, don't just do local certifications. Make sure you obtain global certification. Certifications that are actually recognized in, if not all countries, but a lot of countries in the world. There are times where you might not be able to get some certifications from your home country, but what I would advise you to do is still study about this field. And if you have the opportunity to travel to any country you want to go to, when you get there, the fact that you already have knowledge on this skill, all you need to do is look for a test center, go there, write the exams, and you will get certified. And within just 2 to 3 months in a country, you already have this high-paying skill, and you will start looking for jobs who will also be giving you high salary. The reason why I'm saying this is because most countries abroad, they don't care about your level of education. What they need is a specialized skill, because they don't want to know what you know. They want to be able to see what you could do with what you know. And they have a system that only certifications will validate your knowledge on a skill. And you might not have the work experience, but like a lot of companies abroad are always willing to hire you and give you the necessary training that you need to do your job on that field. Let's take, for instance, you have plans of traveling to the United States of America and you are a mechanic. What you could do is you go online and search mechanic certifications in the United States of America. The most common one here is I think ASE, Automobile Service Excellence. And you study about these certifications. You will not be able to take this certification in your home country, but you can still study about it. Go online, look for past questions, study and answer those past questions. In that way, once you get to the USA, you already have the knowledge about the certification. You have already prepared for the exams. All you need to do is look for a test center, you go there, and you get this certification, you get yourself satisfied. And with that ASE certification in the United States as a mechanic, you can start making about $50,000 a year. And that's a lot of money to start making for someone who has been in the United States just for about 3 to 4 months. Remember, this does not only apply to mechanics only. Let's say you are an electrician, you are getting into IT, you could still go online, search for the highest paying certifications in whatever country you want to go to. Study for those certifications. And even if you can't take the examination in your own country, in your home country, still study for them. Just so that once you get to these countries you plan to go to, you already have the knowledge about these certifications and you can just go write the exam, have the certification, and you start making some good money. The third advice I'm going to give you is for you to stay focused. Once you get to any country, you obviously see some friends or some family members who have been in that country for some 5, 10, for some 15 years. Don't compare yourself to these people. Remember, Albert Einstein said, everyone is a genius, but if you try to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, the fish will live its whole life thinking it is stupid. Same thing applies for you. If you've been in a country for just 1, 2, 3 months or just 1 year, and you are trying to compare yourself to someone who have been in that country for 5, 10, or 15 years, that will only make you look stupid. Remember that the goal is not who got there first, but the goal is that we should all get there someday. Instead of trying to compare yourself with other people who have been there before you, try to always compare yourself to that person you were before you got to that country. Another thing you could do is try to take advice from some people who have been in that country for a certain period of time. But you have to be careful when doing this. You have to know what advice to keep and what advice to put in the trash. Because the fact that someone has been in a country for 10, 15, 20 years does not mean that that person knows exactly how things are working in that country. I have been in the US for just 10 months, but I bet you the knowledge I have, the information I have about certain things, there are people that have been here for 10 years, there are some that have been here for the whole of their lives, but they don't know those things yet. So, in as much as you want to hear what people are telling you, always take it as a responsibility to do enough research on everything before making a conclusion on them. The last but the most important thing I'm going to tell you is, if you have plans of traveling abroad, please be humble to everyone you meet on your way. And I'll tell you why. Back in 2010, 2011, I was still a student at that time. And I had a teacher, Mr. Che Divinzi. Shout out to Mr. Nzi if you're watching this. Mr. Nzi was my teacher right up to about 2014 when he moved to the United States. And about 7 years later, I had the opportunity to move to the United States. I don't have a family member in the United States. I don't know any person in the United States. I contacted Mr. Nzi and explained everything to him, and Mr. Nzi accepted to take me in his house. He gave me accommodation, he gave me food, right up to a time where I was able to take care of myself in the United States. In as much as Mr. Nzi is a very good person, but I bet you if I was not humble, if I did not have that humility when Mr. Nzi knew me, Mr. Nzi wouldn't have accepted me in his house. So again, I'm telling you, try to be humble to everyone you meet on your way, because you never know who will stretch a helping hand to you at the time when you need that help the most. A lot of times, people have opportunity to travel to countries abroad, but they don't have accommodation. And if you go to a country abroad, out of experience, what I've seen, and you don't have someone to accommodate you, you are going to suffer. Most of the times, it's not like we don't have these people over there, but we have people, but we cannot ask help from them. Why? We have a bad history, we have a bad background between us. And even if we ask help from these people, they are not just comfortable to help us. So again, please just be humble to everyone you meet on your way if you have plans of traveling abroad, because again, you never know who is going to help you over there when you need that help. Thank you guys so much for watching the video right up to this point, and please again like the video, subscribe to the video, and share the video to your friends who have plans of traveling abroad, because this is going to help them, and your likes, your subs is going to make my channel grow as well. Thank you once more, and God bless you.